What's going on, dope shit gang? It's your boy Donald Bradley back at y'all with another video. Man, we haven't done a Twitter talk in a minute, have we? We have not done a Twitter talk in a minute, but y'all know what today's thing is. But first off, before we get into it, we're gonna talk about some other things. First off, we're gonna talk about my situation. Talk about my situation. My first nerdcore track, the My Hero Verse 5 Force 1, I let out an F-bomb. Not the fuck, not that one, the other one. Y'all know what it is. And Schwab, among others, took issue. I went, I apologized. You haven't seen that from me since. Simple. Johnald, he got caught saying some dumb racist jokes. I don't think he's racist. Spoken to him, spoken to members of the family. I don't think he's racist. I feel like he got caught doing some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? In an area where I think a lot of, because people, not even white people, a lot of people generally will get caught saying some dumb stuff because they think they safe saying it, and it's just not the case. And then Fabvl, but also but I feel like that happened. We haven't seen that from him since. Now, it hasn't been too long since then, but the way things are seeming, it looked like he understood where the disconnect was and he's moving, which is all I could ask for in that sense. And then you got Fabvl, who was saying years ago, I guess some time ago, 10 years, something like that. But he got caught saying, he brought to light that he was saying some racist stuff. I think while he was gaming with some friends, he was using the term nigga. But he said it wasn't with a hard R, and it was with like trying to mimic how a black person would say it to another black person, like my nigga, you know what I'm saying, things like that. He brought that to our attention once he found out about the NoneLike situation. Apologized for it and said that has not been him since then, and also gave some background as to why he thought that way back then and his upbringing and why it is like that. And the thing is, I think a lot of racism just in general, I feel like can be taken to that, you know, their upbringing. I mean, if you're taught racism and you grow up like that, once you realize what it is and you don't change, that's the problem. But you have to be educated first. That's something I really understand. I think anybody should understand. Now, like the NoneLikeJoshua situation. Y'all know me on this channel. I usually keep things lighthearted. I'm really laid back. I don't really get like angry like that. I'm not a grab your pitchforks and torches type of guy. But with NoneLike, what gets me. Now, this clip that came out with him doing the racial stuff and all the little slurs in there. I can understand the context, because I understand why people do this, but they lean a lot on context. But context don't mean nothing in the community where it has already been iterated that this is not what it is. Just don't say it. If you want to get a point across, you can still do that without saying these things. And the thing is, it was obvious that NoneLike knew this 8 years ago when he made this song, because he tried to scrub it. From what I understand, wanted to get the song out of here. And my thing is, that was without the current clout. Not a lot of people knew who you was at that time. I would assume it was 8 years ago. Assuming you wouldn't have even been dealing with backlash like that at that time. So for that to happen, and for you to know it was wrong then, and then have 2 more instances of like racial misbehavior, I don't like, just for that, just like, I don't understand how you knew then, when it was less impactful to you personally, to now when everybody and their mama got their eyes on you for this exact reason, and it happens again. That shows that something was not learned. And he said something to the effect of using comedy to deflect from negative situations, and I understand that. That's me in a damn handbasket. For example, when Johnald was posting his apology and speaking about it on Twitter, NoneLike posted a GIF, whatever the hell, and he said it was a GIF with James Franco with the noose around his neck saying "your first time." Now, his defense was he didn't mean that as racist. He meant that in the sense of the noose being everybody tightening the noose around said person who messed up, said the slur or whatever, did that and whatever, and he was letting him know, he was letting Johnald know that he was right there with him. You gotta read the room better than that. I'm sorry. You gotta read the room better than that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Everybody is the thing of the day is saying nigga or making jokes about slavery shit. And you gonna post a gif of a nigga in the noose? Like, obviously, no, it was James Franco in the news. It was a white guy, but still, like, you gotta read the room better than that. And this clip coming out, that's not necessarily what's got me. It isn't what he says in the clip. It isn't even that gets me. What gets me is him having said it, knowing it was wrong, trying to scrub it, and then still getting caught up in the same shit. Because the difference between Fabvl's situation, NoneLike situation, Fabvl said what he said, never got caught. Brought it to our attention, apologized, but since time has not done it on his own. That's what it is. Because I could easily be like, well, Fabvl wouldn't apologize for shit if he didn't see NoneLike catching all this hell about it. I could easily hit y'all with that. But instead, I look at the actions that happened after the fact, because we ain't seen nothing like that from Fabvl, ain't nothing like that came out about Fabvl, and he brought this to our attention, whereas it could have just stayed in the goddamn ether. Probably not, considering what just happened to NoneLike, and I feel like that's what Fabvl keyed in on. But still, you know what I mean? And I just feel like when it comes to these situations, man, like I said, I can give people their mistake. I can. I am not one of those grab your torch and pitchforks guys. I am really not. Like, for me, when it comes to like me getting actually for real raged about racial shit, like, we have to be in a verbal altercation, and you have to, like, physically, and you gotta say that shit to me, thinking that you won't just get your shit rocked. That's when you'll catch the fire pop off. Now, in this situation, something happening with somebody, I don't know where they live, don't really know them like that, you know what I'm saying? I understand why this person got to get up out of here. I can see the areas where they messed up and there was no change. You know what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it's not messing up anymore. This is how you act. This is how people, and you could say you're not racist till you're blue in the face. But when your actions don't sync up with what you're saying, then it just makes you look like a racist liar. And those are just two combinations that you just don't want. Don't nobody want that. Nobody want that. You don't want to be racist. You don't want to be a liar. You damn sure don't want to be a racist liar. It's just, and the thing is, you get a lot of people, like, anybody who is racist will lie about being racist. Like, I'm sorry. Like, people who are racist know that it's not the hot trend of the day. So when you are labeled, when you catch that label and then you start fighting and saying, no, I'm not, then you just sound like one of them. That's why it's your actions. That's what people key in on. And when it comes to NoneLike, there has not been a significant change. And to hide behind, I use comedy and this, that, it doesn't slide. It doesn't slide. Like, when I dropped the F-bomb, it was very clear to me then, it doesn't slide. Now, I have all the context in the world. You know what I'm saying? It was a fictional battle rap. From where I came up in rap and knowing battle rap, when you do a battle rap, you go there. It's no holds barred. But I also brought that into a community that doesn't tolerate it. So ergo, had to go. You know what I mean? Because it's one of those things where I didn't have to say that. It's not something I feel like I need to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, oh, I'm gonna write what I write and y'all can all suck a dick. Like, it's just not, that's not how that works. And obviously, well, I don't know some of the stuff, I guess, but I don't feel like NoneLikeJoshua went about it that way. But I know he did post a thing of whatever happens, and he tried to say he meant something else. But when you have to constantly say you meant something else by this because everyone took it that way, it's a trend. It's a trend. You shouldn't have to explain everything that you did, because I feel like a certain amount of it should be, you know, people should be able to get off the top. And the thing is, you give way too much read between the line room. Like I said with the Johnald gift thing. Come on, you really think people wasn't gonna read between them lines, given the subject matter, what was at hand? Like, come on. And you know, for us over here on this channel, we mess with NoneLikeJoshua. You know, we've been reacting to his stuff. We've liked it. This, that. Him reacting to my reactions. The shout outs on Twitter. Like, things have been good with the NoneLike interactions on this side. But I can't ignore this. Like, as a black man, I can't ignore this. Like I said, I'm not all up in arms, all crazy, stupid, mad just because it didn't have anything personally to do with me. But as a black person, there's just some things you can't let slide. And y'all know I have given the passes. I've given the passes. I've done it. I've received a pass on some foolishness. Like, so since I have received one, I am more inclined to give one out if I truly think you just made a mistake. And just in NoneLike's case, it doesn't seem like a mistake. It just doesn't. It just doesn't, man. And so yeah, for all that, like, NoneLike reacts, nah, can't do them, because I feel like doing that would be honestly disrespecting myself as a black man. You know what I'm saying? I think the world got too many people that will know something is bad and still interact with it. And I don't really mess with that, to be honest. I don't really mess with that. Like, mistakes are one thing. Mistakes, honest, genuine mistakes are one thing. And I know you got people who will lose their mind talking about, oh, you give such and such a pass. Well, here's my thing, bro. I do believe in mistakes. I do believe you get some people that just don't know some shit, or they get too comfortable in the group of friends they with, or whatever. But they said some dumb shit. But I will say this though. I don't know if I said this already. Anybody who gets on NoneLikeJoshua's head for this shit, and you know you got some racial or bullshit skeletons in your closet, and you decide to hop on this man's head, you fake, you a fraud, you a phony, you a weirdo, you a bozo. You need to get the hell up out of here. I will say that about anybody who hops on NoneLike's head, hops on Johnald's head, hops on anyone's head for some shit like this, knowing you got some bullshit in your backpack. I don't care if you said some racist shit against black people, you said some racist shit against white people, you said some racist shit against Mexican people, Chinese, I don't give a damn. Or you say some slur shit, homophobic slur shit, it doesn't matter. If you got any of that sitting in your backpack and you hop on NoneLike's head without airing your own shit out first, you fake as hell. You a fraud. Get the fuck up out of here. Your opinion is invalid. Your opinion is invalid. I don't want to hear it. Even if it's right, even if what you're saying and doing is correct, the fact that you gonna keep that shit in your back pocket while you gonna say a whole bunch of shit about this man, you're fake. You're fake as hell. That's why I appreciate what Fabvl did. He didn't just hop on NoneLike's head. He obviously realized fuckery was going on over here. So, CYA. He covered his ass. He was like, yo, I did this. I don't do that now. I have learned from that, and I'm moving forward in a positive way. And everything that he said was proven, because that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But he just didn't want this to come back up and bite him in the ass. Whereas NoneLike tried to kill it, squash it, and then continue to do the same shit. And I feel like if NoneLike hadn't had these new issues, nobody would have been prompted to go searching through the interweb to find that. If these new issues didn't exist, if you hadn't done this new shit, nobody would have been prompted to go find that. And after finding that, it lets us know how much of a pattern this is. It doesn't matter if it was 8 years ago. It doesn't matter if the shit was 8 weeks ago. The fact is that it is a repetitious issue with NoneLike and some racist shit. You know what I'm saying? And you already know that it was a problem. You already knew it was a problem. So there's not really a whole lot of defense in your case. I hope the apology was sincere that he gave. I hope that mans can move forward in a positive light here forward. You know what I'm saying? As far as the reactions go on this channel, yeah, we're gonna have to hold back. You're gonna have to hold back. It just is what it is. It is what it is at this point. Like, I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. I can't let it slide. That's the piece. That's the piece. You know what I'm saying? I'm not all grab your torch and pitchforks. That's not me. That's just not my demeanor, like, period. But I do gotta stand on this one. I do gotta stand on this one. So that's that, guys. So, yep. Follow me on my shit. Catch y'all next one, man. Peace.